Okay. No, I have my box of evidence right there. I painted that mural. That part right there. Victim shaming. I take responsibility, but at the same time, let's draw a line between where victims need to take responsibility and someone else can step in and say, no, victim, you are not responsible for what that abuser did to you. You are absolutely not. And you can still say sorry just if it makes you feel better, but you have nothing to be sorry for. But I'm trying not to live in a victim mindset. So that's why I'm saying, okay, say I did do something to welcome this negative energy. I want to apologize for whatever it is that I've done. And my main goal is just to be back reunited with my friends and family. I don't like new friends. I would just as soon prefer to be friends with my old friends who I've always been friends with. I'm super confused about why there's been so much limitation on my communication with them. And I just always pray every single day that everyone is good and hanging in there. How are you guys? Good evening. So I promised you yesterday, I went to Ulta and got the Essence. Are you guys there? My bad. I got the this mascara. You guys know that I prefer Better Than Sex by Too Faced, which is here. And it's like $20. And then this one is literally, I want to say $5, $4.99 at Ulta. So I promised you yesterday when I got it that I would do a tutorial or a makeup. So I'm just going to do a makeup and tea sesh real quick. And yeah. I'm just going to have this over my shoulder here, looking into the mirror. I don't have a lot of light, which I apologize for. Someone literally in the middle of the night, because I was using this yesterday. This is my tripod that has the angel halo light. I was using it yesterday, and I swear to God to you guys, just like the vacuum, I'm like, this is so weird. My security camera was disconnected 3 times. I got a Blink security system from Best Buy, and 3 times it was disabled. Camera not working. Until I literally don't have a way to get another camera again. But then I was using that vacuum, the Hoover, whatever kind, some like cheap vacuum. And I came home from the gym, same thing. It was in pieces. No one lives here with me. No one has a key or should not have a key legally, ethically, morally. No one has a key. This is my building, so no one should be letting themselves in here. No one is telling me that they're doing so, but they've done so many times and stolen so much shit from me, cash, clothes, all types of shit. I don't feel safe here, and I can't have my children here, and it's ridiculous. It's like literally every time I get a new apartment, whatever the fuck, whoever these people are, just pop back up, and it's crazy. Like, what the fuck, you know? But like yesterday I was using the halo as a light source, or the day before when I was doing, if you guys look at my last live, the Fine Like Wine art exhibit, I was explaining it and kind of going over that. And I was using this as my light source. Now, I haven't used it since. That was the day before yesterday. I apologize. And I go to use it today. No one lives here, just me. I go to grab it right now, and look, that doesn't just happen. Someone does that. You know, it's your cord's not completely intact yesterday, working just fine, and then you go grab it 20 hours later and it's broken and doesn't work. Someone does that. And if you guys remember, I don't know if you guys watched my Snapchat, but I went to bed last night with my hair in a deep conditioning mask because I started the blonding process. I still have 2 more blondings to go before I'm at the like ashy kind of blonde where I want to get. But when you have red hair, it's really, really hard to get, not hard, but just takes a while so that you don't damage and over process with the bleach. You need to do it in like slow stages. So I just finished the first stage, and it looks good like this. So I like to, you guys know that I love switching up my hairstyles and looks and whatever. But I'm just going to leave it like this for like a week or two, and then I'll do the blonding again. And by early May, I should definitely be at the ashy, cool tone that I want to be at for summer. But anyways, back to business. I am going to do makeup and just kind of talk. I've had so many DMs, and it's so weird because I haven't had a lot of questions about Love After Lockup for close to like 6 months or a year now. I don't know if something is like volatile elsewhere, like maybe Love After Lockup's Facebook page or where else it could be happening, that people are asking questions, but it seems to come in waves. It's like I'll get no conversation at all, and then all of a sudden my DM is blowing up with all this stuff, Snapchat, Instagram. I was locked out of Facebook until earlier today, but it's just so weird. You know, it's like someone's definitely like stirring shit up. I don't know who. I don't know why. But I'm happy to answer questions. I'm not under a contract anymore. I don't have a non-disclosure anymore. The non-disclosure ran up about 6 months ago. So I'm perfectly happy to discuss the things, and I'm going to do so while I do my makeup. So just give me one moment. I want to go grab my water. I'm almost out of water, and I need pre-workout because after I'm done with this makeup look, I'm going to go do another live from the gym. I had several requests for more fitness content. So yesterday I worked out 3 times and I ate like a savage. Have you guys seen those 6-packs of the zucchini muffins? They're fucking delicious. Well, I ate a whole 6-pack, not yesterday, but like in 3 days. I ate 2 the first day, 1 the second day, and then 3 yesterday, last night, 1 right after the other. So I've been eating really, really high protein, sirloin burgers, protein shakes, and high carb. So I'm really filling out nicely. My body's responding really, really well. I was just having this conversation with my son today about protein, for those of you who don't know the importance. So my son recently started boxing, and he is new to being an athlete, and it's not that he's a small kid, he's just a regular sized kid. You know, he doesn't have a lot of muscular development like most children. So now that he's working out extra and doing like muscular stuff, I'm like so excited because I love lifting. So I got him some protein. I got him a bag of cookies and cream protein, and I gave it to my ex. His dad's name is Louis. He's super cool. He was born in Mexico. My kid's father, came over here as a 2-year-old, worked really hard his whole life, but you know, we've all never really been rolling in dough, so to speak. Like, we've busted our asses for everything that we have. So I got him this bag of protein and his glasses I had ordered from Zenny Optical. Fantastic option for ordering glasses. If you guys need glasses, hit up Zenny Optical. They are amazing, super affordable. They come in like less than a week in the mail. Anyways, I digress. My ex Louis came to pick up the protein and the glasses from me, and I got on the phone with my son today and I was explaining to him. So for everyone new to fitness, when you are lifting weights, you are quite literally ripping your muscle. You're destroying your body, like at the same time as you build it. So you're causing these small tears in your muscles. And when you drink protein or BCAAs, which are branched chain aminos, you are helping your body to rebuild. So when your muscles get big, it's a buildup of scar tissue, essentially. And that's what I was explaining to my son. And I told him like this: if you work out really hard and you're really hard on your body and your muscles, the protein is like love to regenerate them and make them, you know, heal faster. And that's HEAL, not HEEL, because we don't do that around here. But give me one moment. I'm going to go grab some water and mix my pre-workout so I could do this look. And then I'm going to go down to my gym and I'll do another live there from the gym. I am so fucking pissed about this halo light. I'm gonna have to go to the store tomorrow and get a new one. This is just unacceptable. It's so dark, you can barely see anything. Who would do this? Seriously. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna mix my pre. Oops. Is this the one? This is the one. Why isn't it going in? Yes, it is. There we go. Okay. No, I keep all my cords always with me like a psychopath. Because I never want anything to happen where I'm like out of battery and I have every cord. If we're friends, know that I have your cord with me. Neither one of our phones are dying ever under any circumstances. Okay. Where did I put that bottle? Oh, also, you guys, I ran out of amino energy this week, or last week. So I've been using Mio Energy. I got these 3 flavors. These are only $3 each. Let me show you. If you guys are new to the fitness community, let me just show you. I'm using these instead of amino energy. I like amino energy so much better. I need to get some sponsors. I need more amino. But this has vitamins, and it's B vitamins and caffeine. C4 is like, whoa. You know, if I drink a C4, I am ready to get it in. Like, I am super lit. C4 is probably the strongest pre-workout that I've ever used regularly. A little too strong for me. So I like to keep it at either an amino energy, which they recommend up to 4 scoops, but that's kind of nice because if 4 scoops put you up here, like you can tone it down and just do 2, you know, and that's usually what I like to do. But it has caffeine and vitamins. So if you put it in a large quantity of water and drink it all day, it kind of keeps you going and replenishes the body. If you want to use it as a pre, only mix it with a little water and then just drink that real quick. And so as you concentrate it, you get your energy quicker. Does that make sense? If you put it in a large amount of water, you have like an even amount of energy, just a little bit of a pick-me-up, not much, way less than a cup of coffee. If you put it in a smaller amount of water and like toss that back right before you go work out, then it has more of a pre-workout effect, if that makes sense. Okay, sorry guys, I'll be right back. Okay, so anyhow, hello there. I'm gonna change, I think, into my fitness stuff really quick so that I don't get makeup on my pajamas. So just to start answering some of the questions from my DM, a lot of people have been asking how I know Marissa. How I know Marissa. Well, way back in 2015, when I was first introduced to the nightlife, way back, long time ago in 2015, I got my very first job in bottle service. So I was a stay-at-home mom. I worked full-time, but when I mean stay-at-home, I mean like I didn't go out to the clubs. I didn't go out to the bars or to the parties. I had a few close friends like Deanna and Cora from college, you know, who I hung out with on weekends, whatever. We would do the whole like barbecue or like grill thing. We didn't even go to the bars together. I think maybe once or twice. Once for her birthday and once for her sister's birthday. We actually went out. Other than that, it was like I was a stay-at-home, like be in the house type of lady. So in 2015, I got a job working bottle service. I had just broken up with Alexis's father, who's my youngest daughter. She's 8 now. His name's Orlando. And he was kind of like a hoe. The whole time I was pregnant, he would like nonstop be talking to other women. And it's weird because he's a bigger guy, but he has like mad game. Like he just has a lot of game. Both of my kids' fathers have always been good fathers, have always loved their children, you know? So whether or not we got along, it was just like, whatever. If you get along with, you know, your ex, you're very grateful. I mean, be very grateful and use that and co-parent, you know what I mean? But for me, it was like, I don't even care if we get along, just as long as you're good to my children, you know, period. So to make a long story short, I started working in bottle service and I wasn't really like ready for that life. And I started dating this guy, Scully. On here, he's Dominican Scully. And I was so wowed by this guy. Like, I don't know how to describe it. He had such a good vibe. He was just like magic. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I would be worked up and freaked out and I would go around him and he just had this chill, laid back, like vibe. And I was just like, I want to be around this vibe more, you know? And he also had all these like fun vibes around him. Erin was like one of my first friends from that group. And she and Scully were also like hooking up. But she had no like interest in being in a relationship with him. She was like one of those sexually open people who like thinks it's okay to have sex and like not be together. And like, you know, I'm okay with that. Like I don't judge her for that. I don't judge anyone for that. It's just, it wasn't my cup of tea. So him and I started talking and I'm like, you know, I'm not fine with you fucking everyone, you know, and I always made it clear, like, I'm not okay with that. And he would leave his daughter at my house and like do things to make me feel like I was like not his girlfriend, or like I was more like his like girl, like his wife, like his person, not like a girl that he was talking to at the club. Or you have to understand, when you're in entertainment and you're going out at night, you're around people of the opposite sex all the time. And that could be your girlfriend, but you don't have to be fucking them. You know what I mean? Like, you could just be platonic friends. And I believe that shit. So I gave him the key to my apartment right in the beginning, and I would always stay home with my kids, my 3 kids, and his daughter, Layla, who was the same age as my daughter, Alexis. So they were literally the exact same age. And they would always be, like, hanging out together. And his baby mama, Christina, we got along. Like, there were a couple of issues, but for the most part, like, there was nothing really, like, going on. We got along, for the most part. Now, after fast forward like 4 to 6 weeks, and there were a lot of fucked up things that happened when I went to the club that first week when I was working bottle service. So I think that's why Scully didn't want me going out anymore. Like, he's like, you need to stay in the house with, like, here, babysit. And in my mind, I'm feeling like some type of way, like, fuck you, bro. Like, are you trying to cheat on me? Are you trying to get with bitches? But looking back on it, I think more so it was probably that he like knew that it was really not, like I couldn't protect myself and he was not, you know, able to protect me. He was moving around and making moves and doing business and networking, and I was like a weight on him. You know what I mean? To try to like keep me safe was like getting in the way, you know? But I didn't see it that way. I was like, fuck this guy. I want my house keys back right now. I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, give me everything I ever gave you. Fuck you. I hate you. Like, I was not going for it at all. And we just started arguing and becoming explosive, and he didn't want to leave. He didn't want to give me my house keys back. And if you're from the industry or like you've been around, you know that like a lot of these men are not home a lot. They go, they work, they come home to eat, they come home to sleep, they come home to have sex, they come home to shower, and then they're gone again, you know? And it hurts. If you, especially not coming from that lifestyle, you don't understand. Your mind just keeps going to like, oh my God, I'm not good enough, or I'm nasty, or he's cheating, or he's bogus. When in all reality, like, you don't know what's going on. You know, yeah, there might be some grimy stuff going on, but there's also probably some legitimate business shit going on. So anyhow, I want him to leave, and I find out that he is sleeping with Marissa. Or as he says it, Marissa sucking his dick. So I'm salty as fuck. Okay, that's how I first met Marissa. That was my first encounter with her. I go to this party with him, looking for him, and Marissa's there with this girl, Danielle. They're fucked up out of their minds. I mean, fucked up. And I'm looking at this bitch, Danielle, who's like 50 years old, 40 years old, and not like a young, cool 50 years old, 40 years old. Like, this lady is like a mom, like an old mom. Like, she doesn't dress cool. She doesn't, like, she looks like a mom. Like, just so out of place. Like, what are you doing here with this woman, Marissa, who's like 30 years younger than you? Like, what the fuck is going on? So me as a mom, and I'm sober as fuck, I'm like, my feelers are up. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this situation? And then I'm putting it together like, okay, I want to hate this bitch so bad because she's sucking Scully's dick, and I, you know, think I love him. Like, I want to be with this guy now. And I think we're in a relationship, whatever. Dumb lady. And, you know, I was just young. I wasn't dumb. I'm not going to do negative self-talk. I was just unenlightened, and I didn't know. So he's like, I want to hate her. You know, I want to hate this girl, Marissa. Like, you're fucking around with this guy who I'm with. You know, like, what's your deal? But at the same time, I'm concerned for her. Like, hold on. This girl looks like she's 17, maybe 16 years old at the time. I don't know if she was of age or not. She's barely 23 now. And this was in 2015. So 7 years ago. So yeah, she wasn't of age. So this is a little girl, you know, in my mind. Now, she's fucking around with some grown man that I'm talking to. And Scully and I are the same age. And another reason Scully and I connected so much is because I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the Jamaica thing. Does anyone remember? I've talked about it in several of my other blogs. I was at this place called Tranquility Bay in Jamaica when I was 14 to 15 years old that later got shut down for a bunch of abuse on minors. Anyways, he was at a similar program in Utah. So, and we discovered this about each other, you know, within the first like few times of hanging out, which in psychology, they call that a trauma bond. Now, Scully and I, you know, grew apart, and as I'm asking him to give me my stuff back, like our interactions are becoming very volatile. And I'm getting scared. Like, I can't go to sleep at night because he might come at any time of the day or night. He has a key to my house. I'm paranoid as fuck, and I just want him to give the key back. Enter Dylan into my life. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but Marissa had already been talking to Dylan, all Dylan's friends, all these other dudes. So besides sucking Scully's dick, she was also sucking Dylan's dick and a bunch of other guys' dicks. So I'm looking at this little girl, you're like 16 years old, getting passed around to all these grown-ass men, and all I want to do is befriend her and get her away from them. But she's making it impossible because every situation that I'm in, she invites herself in and fucks shit up. For instance, the next time I go to visit Dylan, and I didn't even know Dylan and her had hooked up in the past. I go to visit Dylan, I come home, her hat, her Kobe Bryant, like a beanie hat for the Lakers, it has her name embroidered, Marissa, on the side. I come home from a visit of Dylan to find my house cleaned out, my vacuum gone, my bags, my clothes, my makeup, all my stuff gone, my covers in the bed all fucked up, like it literally, all the cabinets open, the drawers open. It literally looked like my house had been ransacked. And then this bitch's hat with her name on it is underneath my bed. What? Like, I'm blown right now. So as much as I want to feel sorry for you and be cool with you, that's two strikes now. You know that I'm with this guy. Now you are fucking around with this guy. You know that this is my house. Now you robbed my house. And I'm heated, and Dylan ends up intervening, and he's the reason why I got my key back from Scully. And Scully never fucked with me again after that. We never spoke. He didn't come over. He didn't try to get in the house. That was it. So now I'm super stuck on Dylan because I feel like he's protecting me from this situation, So Dylan and I start off as just friends, and I was super close with this girl. She's super, I have nothing but love for her still. We had our ups and downs, but part of the reason why I think our relationship, me and Tiny's relationship, was decent, was uneventful. We only really had one argument, and then it was all right, I need space, you need space. Was because we have the same amount of power and control in our energy. How there are those bitches that are run over me type bitches, hey, can I borrow $10? They look in their wallet, it's the only $10 they have, but they can't say no, so they give it to you anyway. Neither of us are that kind of a run over me type of bitch. I can say no, but only a couple times. For me and her, it's if she asked me to do something and I didn't want to, I would say no and she would be fine with it. Same vice versa. So I feel like that's the reason why our relationship worked. When I would go over to her house, I would sit on the couch and be on my phone, minding my business in my bag, and she would be minding her business in her bag. We would watch documentaries together, The Secret. We would pull coconut oil through our teeth to whiten our teeth and do beauty shit. That was my relationship with her. Well, she also had a very close relationship with Dylan, also platonic. So she kind of also encouraged that relationship. Now, I became kind of the type of woman in Dylan's life where it was okay, I understand that you have a need for me to be there for you. You're facing this time in prison, but we don't need to be together. We could stay friends and I'll still be there for you, and I broke it down to him just like that. I had that conversation with him just like that, keeping it 100% real. I know that you were a fuck